Hello race fans, and welcome to the official NASCAR iRacing series presented by V8's Online. We're here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway for tonight's Week 3 event here in the NASCAR iRacing series as we get ready to celebrate the top split of the Open Series here in this wonderful series. I'm JD Smith. With me tonight will be Kane Kraft. We're here at the wonderful mile and a half. And always remember that we're going to be brought to you tonight in glorious HD. And we're brought to you by TrakRacer, SimInstruments, and Get Dirty MX. Once again, for those of you, I'm JD Smith. I'd like to say hello. And Kane, how you doing tonight, buddy?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm pretty excited, as always, for Las Vegas. Seems to be a track that lots of drivers really enjoy. As a matter of fact, it seems like everybody enjoys this track. It's I don't know, it's a real driver's track. It's a lot of fun, and I think we're going to see some good, exciting racing here tonight. The drivers are really starting to get seated and get prepared for the rest of the season. And as the news starting to wear off of the series a little bit, getting into the Week 3, everybody's really buckling down and starting to focus on the entire length of the season.
Yeah, they really are, Kane. It's going to be a fantastic week. What we're going to be able to tell this week, apart from others, is this is where the season really starts for me. Let's take a little backtrack and look. We started at the famous Daytona 500 at a speedway where some call it a crapshoot. But it's you know, full throttle the entire way. It's more of a drafting game than a racing game. We only visit 2 of those tracks all year long. Of course, the other being Talladega. Last week, we visited our first mile racetrack, but Phoenix is such a unique raceway that it's just Phoenix is all in its own. Today, we get to our first mile and a half raceway, and this is where the races for the rest of the season really start to shape up. We're going to find out the who's who of the mile and a half. So this is the majority of our tracks are mile and a half in length now. They all have their own little characteristics. But of course, we've always known them as the cookie cutter tracks. I don't like to call them that because they all have their own differences and they drive a little differently, as we'll find out here this afternoon. But one thing that I'm real excited for, though, is we're going to get to kind of start seeing the season take shape today. Here in this third week, here at Las Vegas, we're going to find out who's going to be a pretender and who's a contender. And I think that's really going to start to take shape today, bud.
I couldn't agree more. That's exactly what I think. We're going to really start seeing the points really start showing who's really come to the top this season.
Yeah, you know, and we've had a fantastic start to the season so far. Very, very entertaining racing-wise. It's been just an unbelievable start. Adam Gilliland took the checkered flag at the Daytona 500. And, of course, he's still enjoying that victory here 3 weeks later. And then what a race last week. A fantastic job by all the guys at Phoenix International Raceway. I thought it was a really great race. We didn't have a ton of strategy last week. They didn't have a whole bunch to pit last week, but it was a tough race. You know, it was a great race, and we truly enjoyed it. And for those of you that joined us last week, we do want to apologize about the sound issue. It did pop out on us, but we do have all those things under control now, we believe, and should have a great broadcast ahead of us there, Kane, as we're not far away from getting some pictures.
Yeah, we're just a few minutes out. If you can hear me now, then that means that we're fixed up and ready to go, as my microphone cord ended up shorting out on me last week, and I went out right at the beginning of the broadcast, which kind of made it tough, but we got all that stuff fixed now, so Las Vegas should be a great race and a great broadcast.
Yeah, it really should be a great broadcast ahead, Kane. A lot of things are going to be fun about Las Vegas. High speeds here today, buddy. We're going to be going, flat out, not the entire time like a super speedway, but you're going to be really flying around this track. This is a very, very high-speed track. It's going to be a ton of passing out there. We're going to see some 2, especially sometimes 3 three wide racing today, and it's going to be extremely fun. I think we're going to see a lot of long green flag runs as well, and that's going to be very, very important when it comes time to pit. That is going to be something that we're really going to have to keep an eye on, is the green flag runs. If we come out and we have a lot of green flag time, it's going to really have a lot of drivers going to have their strategies ready. Now, that can get shaken up in a heartbeat with a late race caution, an early race caution. It can change everything. So it's going to be really interesting to see how this race goes from green checkered, green two checkered. Pardon me, there, buddy. But you get the idea. It's really going to be up to these drivers to be safe early, because they got a long way to go in this one. They they will have to make a few more stops probably. So it'll be fun to see how things wind down here.
Yeah, that's true. Safety is probably the name of the game on this one. Just trying to get as many laps ticked off as you can safely, and try to have a good long green flag run. As we seen in races past, that these guys can do great green flag runs, and once they get on a roll, these guys really know what they're doing, and they can, they really show that their skill in, having so many green flag runs, or laps rather, so many green flag laps, that it stays entertaining. So I'm looking for that here with Las Vegas, to see a lot of green flag laps. But it is Vegas, and sometimes things can happen.
Yeah, it is, and I'm excited to see how things go. Like I said, here it is, just now officially 9 o'clock on the eastern seaboard in the United States. So all the drivers getting prepared to get this thing underway. All are heading towards their own rides here now. Going to be starting up and heading out for some warm out laps soon. And as soon as we're able to, we'll be bringing you the live pictures. So I cannot wait to see that. And so crank me up a little bit, buddy, and I think we'll be good to go. That's about all I can say about that as far as on our sound, buddy, and we'll be good to go, pal. I'm excited. I'm ready. We got some humongous names in the series already, and one of the big things about the NASCAR iRacing series here is, is these guys that are trying to get up to their pro license. A lot of these guys have been working on this for years. And, I've been sim racing for 4 and 5 years or more, and they've been a part of iRacing for quite a long time, and they really are excited about trying to make it to those prestigious black stripes. And some of the drivers have really, really had a great season. And then we have some pro drivers that have shown out well. I'd say a driver's really been impressive so far is Jordy Lopez Jr., Kane. 2 weeks in a row now, this guy has really shown that he can come out here and contend for a championship.
Yeah, I'm extremely impressed with Jordy. He is even from before with the shootout, he really was impressive, and he's the one to watch. I think again tonight, as 3 races in a row, he's just done fantastic. So I'll be keeping an eye on Jordy tonight.
That's it. Also, another driver to keep your eye on is Tyler Hudson. I know he's a champion, but something tells me that to watch out for him here at Las Vegas here this afternoon. This could be a very, very big night for him to take a victory as well. And it's just a couple of guys to keep your eye on tonight. I can't wait as soon as we're able to get the starting grid information and let you know how these guys will line up tonight. That will be huge. Track position, a big deal here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Not quite as big as it was last week at Phoenix, but still track position is always, really important. But I think that, even if you had a rough qualify session here, we got 134 laps around the mile and a half. So, it really can happen for you if you make it in the back. You're just going to have to get a move on quick. Hopefully your qualifying was due to a mess up and not a setup issue, because if you have a fast setup here, you can definitely move towards the front.
Yeah, I think that's what I think we'll see a lot of passing here tonight. I think we'll see a lot of guys with a decent setup that just didn't get qualifying quite right, and I think we'll see a lot of people moving their way up to the front.
Yeah, it's going to be really fun to see, man. There's tons. It's just so exciting for me. Come out here and look at, and literally tons and tons of splits out here. I'm just looking, just in essence, to the NASCAR iRacing series. What is that? At least 10 different splits, but that's very impressive for this NASCAR iRacing series. I'm really happy to see that.
I am too. Last I looked, it was over 300 drivers that had signed up tonight. So. And that was several minutes before race started. Could have another 100 drivers could have joined between then. So very exciting to see so many people sign up today for Las Vegas. I know it is a favorite track, but just the NIS series in general has just become very popular, and it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it really is. It's such a great. Like I said, I'm really is. You know, we have a full 2-car field ready to go here in the top split, and I just can't wait. Another guy that's kind of been in the back of the pack so far this season, Kane, I think we're going to watch out for tonight as well, is Chad Lawton. He's had just kind of a rough start. I know that he has the potential to be up there in the top 10 each week. Now, look for him to try to fight for a top 10 here at Las Vegas. Like I said, it's the first of the 1.5 miles, so that really is going to make a big difference. Tell us a little bit about the weather conditions if you have that available, buddy. If not, we'll look at it when we're able to get some pictures rolling. But I'm just trying to see.
Look at it. I do have that available. Let's take a look at it. We've got 71 degrees outside with a track temperature of 98 degrees. Humidity's 20%. Wind direction's 13 knots coming from north.
All right, so hopefully that will get a little added grip for these guys. Not too extreme conditions here today.
Something else to note, JD, not to interrupt you, but the strength of field is 6107 tonight. That's another really, really high strength of field. That's fantastic to see.
Yeah, that's very, very impressive. I mean, when you get over 6,000, that's just insane. I mean, you're talking about the best in sim racing, ladies and right here on V8's Online. And we're so happy to be bringing this to you live in glorious HD, and it's so awesome to have it here, Kane, ready to go. And I know, you know, I speak for both of us when I say that we are extremely thrilled to get this one underway. Cannot wait to literally, should be about that time, buddy, as the guys warming up. Let me know as soon as you're able to get some pictures, and I'll go ahead and do this rundown.
We're up and running. We've got pictures and we're live. So let's let these folks know who will be starting on the grid.
Absolutely, and I'm finishing my load up at the moment, and here we go. Let's look at how they will start up. On your pole here in week 3, it will be Jared Crawford. How about that? Fantastic. Congratulations to the Samsung Chevrolet driver of Jared Crawford. In second and starting on the outside pole will be Jarl Taheen. We've seen fantastic qualifying out of him before, so good job for Jarl. Starting third will be Billy Price on the outside of row 2. Starting fourth will be Brad Davies. In the 5th position tonight, Steven Ezzini will be starting 5th with Tyler Hudson starting in the 6th spot. In 7th will be Matt Spangler with Justin Bolton starting in 8th. And on the inside of row 5 will be Patrick Crabtree starting in the 9th position. And in 10th will be Josh Berry. Starting 11th tonight will be Thomas Davis with Wade Hustad starting in 12th. 13 will go to Jason Jacoby with Nathan Saxon starting in 14th. 15th is going to go to Chris Hall with Dwayne Vincent starting in 16th. 17th is going to with Michael Conti with look at that's dangerous one right there, buddy. Back in 18th, Kenny Hump, and then Chad Lawton starting in the 19th spot with Jordy Lopez Jr. starting in 20th. In 21st will be Ryan Lowe with Brandon Hawk in 22nd. 23rd position tonight will go to Dylan Rafferty with Logan Sheets in 24th. Malik Ray is going to start 25th with Brandon Cattell in 26th. Josh Fox starting in the 27th spot with 28th going to Casey Tucker. And Alex Warren will start in the 29th spot with Brandon Bowie in 30th. Matthew Wright will get the 31st slot, and the final spot here for those that were able to make it in the top split here, it will be Luke Christian. That is how the field will line up here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway for Week 3 of the NASCAR iRacing Series.
I do want to say, as we go through that grid, there's several drivers listed as privateers. If you notice as you're watching the broadcast back that you're listed as a privateer, and you're actually on a team and want your team to get credit for your success, you know, shoot me a message on iRacing and I can get that changed for you and get your team listed there. So if you happen to notice you're a privateer, message me and we'll get that changed. Let's take a look at the results, the season standings, and if I can find it here.
I was just saying, you know, teams play such a huge part in sim racing with the car setups and guys that really help each other out. It's really big. Here we have some standings put up in just a moment. It's you know, we're 2 weeks in to this great season here, and you know, week 3, and we've already got a tight board down at the top of the charts. I'm sure everything is going to be even tighter after today. But Kane, let us know when you get that pulled up, bud.
Right, I've got it up. It looks like Michael Conti's going to be in the lead in the series. As you know, they run 4 races each week. We only broadcast the first one, so the drivers still got 3 other chances to have a great showing, and all these have been having great strength of field. So the drivers, if they have kind of a bad race tonight on the broadcast, they can improve that in the next 3 races and end up getting a higher score than just what you see here in the broadcast. And so Michael Conti's really made a showing for himself so far and is up there in first place with Tyler Hudson in second, Chad Lawton in third, Jordy Lopez Jr., who we talked about earlier, is in fourth, Jarl Taheen is in fifth, Justin Bolton in sixth, Brandon Hawk in seventh, Dylan Rafferty's in eighth, Benjamin Burmeister's in ninth, and Colin Brown rounds up the top 10.
That's awesome stuff, man. I mean, just that top 10 right there. You're talking about being in the top 10 of the best in the NASCAR iRacing Series. And it is still early enough in this season that anybody is still able to come in here and really take over this season. So don't even think for a second that this bad boy is set. We got a lot of racing left to do in this series, a long season ahead, and each race will get ever more important as we move throughout the season. And we're only in week 3, but you can already see these points start to shape up. But like we mentioned at the start of the broadcast, Kane, I believe today will be a huge milestone in the season. We hit the 1.5 miles for the first time. Look for this to be very, very important. As we, you know, you got to perform well at these 1.5 miles. It's no secret. It's you know, it's almost stating the obvious. You have to be good at these 1.5 mile racetracks, as that's the majority of the racing that these guys will be doing this season. So it's very, very important to be good at these things. And the guys are already getting gridded up there, Kane, and getting ready to get this pace lap underway. And they're just now pace cars leading them off of this starting row here, and let's once again, I want to do a rundown of how they will start, and not the whole thing, but just the top 10. Jared Crawford will lead things off. He did win the pole in the Samsung Chevrolet. Starting second will be Jarl Taheen in his Chevrolet. Billy Price will be starting in third. He'll be in the 23 car tonight. Brad Davies will be starting fourth with Steven Azzini in fifth. Tyler Hudson did qualify up in sixth position with Matt Spangler in seventh. Justin Bolton in eighth. Patrick Crabtree ninth, and Josh Berry in 10th. Now, here we are, guys. We are finally here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. The pace car is leading them out, and we will almost be ready to go green, Kane, as soon as we are one to go. Yeah,
finally here, and I'm ready. I've been excited for this race ever since last week's ended, so I'm ready to get this thing going.
That's it, buddy. Let's get us going. Crank me up, because these engines are about to get loud, guys. It's fixing to be race time. Look at the banking here. It's not quite as high banking. The pace car is off, and the drivers, it's all followed under leader Jared Crawford, who will take us green.
Jared got a great launch there off the start.
Three wide right now here, about 12 cars deep, back with guys like Wade Hustad and that crew all looking really good right now. They were 3 wide for a moment, now have gotten 2 wide. Wade Hustad in the 24 machine is on the high side right now. He's got the number 4 machine up under him, and that is going to be Michael Conti in the 4, who has already moved up numerous spots on a great start. Back up front, Jared Crawford currently still in the lead after that fantastic start. He has Billy Price in the number 23 machine on his tail as well. Kane, tell me what you see out there right now, buddy.
Just looks like good, clean racing so far. Looks like everybody's being extra careful here on the first opening laps of the race.
It is so far so good. I'm loving what I'm seeing at the moment, and I'm just keeping an eye out. I'm actually messing with some of my cameras for the moment, just getting everything looking really good. I want to do get a good can't even talk right now. Get a good look at the press box tonight, buddy.
Michael Conti has really climbed the field so far. Up into 12th now, looks like.
Boy, you talked about it. He's leading the points, and he started all the way back. Let's see. Let me look for that up real quick. Yeah, Michael Conti, he started this race. He started all the way back in the, I want to say like 17th. Yeah, it was 17th. He started 17th. He's in the 4 car tonight. And now he's all the way up at the last lap. He's all the way to 12. So, I mean, Kane, that's very, very impressive for Michael Conti there. You know, we talked about him being first. And look at him here today. This is a first of the 1.5 miles. It's very, very important to have a great start or do good at these 1.5 miles, because, like we said, that's the majority of what we will be visiting. Already you see some of the cars really starting to single file out. That's what they're going to do early in the race. We're only on lap number 6 of 135 laps, or I think it's 135, I believe. And so it's, you know, you don't want to get out here and get too aggressive too early and get something out of control early, buddy. You got to keep it in perspective.
134 laps tonight.
Oh, 1 shy off. Sorry there, guys. 134 as Kane set me straight there. But very excited about this race. I think it's going to be a really, really, really good one. And already we've got some killer racing. Michael Conti right now trying to make him move down on the inside, and as he battles for position. And let's take a look at Michael Conti in the number 4 right now. He's trying to make a pass around Thomas Davis in the AMP Chevrolet, and he's got the inside on him right now. We're trying to see if the inside looks to be. A lot of times, I know last season, Kane, the place to run here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway was about 1.5 car length up from that white line at the bottom from the apron. That was the preferred line around here. You don't want to get too low, because you don't. It actually, you know, you want to get a little bit up. It's just a perfect groove here that's in this sim racing laser scan track of Las Vegas Motor Speedway. They do such a good job with these tracks, and you got to ride them just like the pros do.
Yeah, several drivers followed Michael Conti on around there, and Thomas Davis falls back a few positions.
Tell you what, right now, the Samsung Chevrolet right now of Jared Crawford has got a little company now, as just 2/10 off of his tail right now, about 1 car length back. Billy Price will battle him for the lead. And then behind them is a good ways back, but Tyler Hudson is in a new paint scheme this week. If you're looking for his car he's been riding in. He's changed it up this week. He is in the Peak Ford Fusion, and it looks fantastic, Kane. I love the blue and white. That is outstanding right there. Loving the Peak Ford Fusion of Tyler Hudson. And he's got Steve Vezzini right behind him in the 12 machine. The Chevrolet in the red and blue right there, looking really good, making its way up, trying to get closer. And then, of course, Brad Davies, he's right behind him in his Chevrolet. We saw Brad Davies have an up and down race at Phoenix. He had a great early in the race and then fell back. So look for Brad Davies to try to bounce back here with a really big showing at Las Vegas.
Cars are starting to separate into their own little packs here. Looks like we got 3 little packs going here up at the front.
Yeah, it is funny. We do have a little different packs going on, and that's cool. I like that. It's good for right now. And what that tells me is that this is going to be a nice green flag run. The guys are settling in. They understand the importance of this race. You don't want to get out of it too early. You want to keep things nice and clean, and that's just going to make for a really good green flag run.
It definitely looks like everybody's keeping it safe out there, and it seems like everybody's focus is ticking away the laps and trying to make position when they can, but just being careful out there today.
Yep, I've been keeping my eye on the Scrabble number 12 of Steven Azzini. He's got his bumper full of the 19 machine of Brad Davies, but he's done a fantastic job of keeping it very smooth, and that's what's made him so fast. Right now, go back to the Best Western machine. Michael, in the number 5 of Justin Bolton. He's got a great race going right now with Michael Conti in the Abutu number 4 Chevrolet. That was very good. Behind them is a side-by-side battle with the number 11 machine of Josh Berry. This is a fantastic side-by-side right now with Kenny Hump, and this is a humongous battle side-by-side. Kenny Hump will get ahead, and now I'm looking at 11 machine of Josh Berry. He might lose another position to the 31 car, and this could be a very, yes, he will have to fall in behind the 31 machine. And that is very, very tough for the 11. I'm sure he'll be able to come back and make that up, but that's Matt Spangler there in the number 31, and a great job there by Matt Spangler. He really did good to take advantage of that position. He saw the 11 car was up high and stuck, and he just went down low and was able to make the pass. Did good in his Speed Hunter Chevrolet. Here comes the 11 car back. He went in to make a move. He's almost got up and touched the wall, Kane. Scary moment there for Josh Berry in the Speed Coast Chevrolet, as he was got a little loose, it looked like, and had to go up. And when he did, he got a little piece of the wall.
Josh Berry, of course, had a fantastic weekend last weekend. And I'm sure as this race goes on, we'll see him get into the groove of things and maybe start moving back up.
Guys, keep your eyes on the number 1 machine in the Peak Ford Fusion. Tyler Hudson is on the move. Has broken away from the second race pack. He's on his own right now, but shortly will join up with Billy Price and leader Jared Crawford. He is on the move. He's got all that clean air right, Kane, and he is just taking advantage of it. And he's just out there running qualifying laps right now. He is just booking it.
Yeah, he's just going to keep on it and just reel those guys in. The closer he gets, the more draft he'll be able to pull, and he'll really start reeling them in here in the next few laps.
Boy, we got a nice little cluster of cars in the back of the field. Right now, Jordy Lopez Jr. is listed back in the 18th position. He is in the 8 car this week. And he's actually, if you're looking on, he's in the Elwood Designs Ford Fusion this week. So Jordy Lopez Jr. in a new car this week. We saw him run the Ford the first week, Chevy the second week. He's back in the Ford this week with a new paint. It's looking good. Another new scheme on today. Malik Ray in the Nicorette Chevrolet. He's in the 15 car tonight. He's back in the 20th position. Look for him to move up as well I've seen Malik Ray run at Las Vegas before. In the one race I saw him run at Las Vegas, he was up at the front all day long. So keep an eye on him.
Yeah, Malik Ray is definitely one that's been around for a while and has earned somewhat of a name for himself from just being a good hard racer and being consistent out on the track.
Man, I tell you what, I'm just so pumped up, Kane. I'm so happy to be here, buddy. I'm telling you what, week 3 here in the NASCAR iRacing series. Already some tight racing. We're on lap 21, and I'm telling you what, 134 laps here for this 3rd week event. How about Jerry Crawford and the Samsung Chevrolet? The guy went out to a fantastic start, got a great jump off of the very start, and has just not looked back. He's got a great lead going. He's led all laps to this point, 22 laps logged in for him, and just doing great, man. He's got everything going his way right now. Billy Price is on his tail, and then behind him in 3rd is Tyler Hudson. And Tyler Hudson has moved his way up towards the front runners, but he's kind of hit a wall. He's just kind of cruising. And I'm thinking right now, you know, we're 22 laps in. These tires are starting to get a little wear on them. It's not real bad yet, but they are starting to get a little wear on them, Kane. They're not quite as grippy as they were when they first came out. And that's why we're starting to see a little bit of space in between some of these drivers. One of the drivers we haven't talked at all about, who is sitting right now in the 6th. Oh, and a yellow flag is out. So that is going to be a help for a lot of drivers out on the track. It'll help bunch everything back up, Kane. Do we know what the caution was caused by? I'm trying to check that out myself, bud. I think we had a crash. I don't know where, but I think we did have a crash somewhere on the track. I'm going to have to go back and see if I can find out what happened. Let's see here. Did Cattell? I think Cattell was involved. I think he got run into. Let's go. I'm going to click on Brandon Cattell. Oh yeah, Kane. It's going to be Brandon Cattell at the end of lap number 21. He was down on the inside, and oh man, he gets loose. He went up, and the front end gets loose. Brandon Cattell spun out. That's the reason our caution flag has come out. First caution of the day, and don't know if we were able to get a race recall replay to you guys on that. It was just
coming up now.
Awesome. So we got a race recall replay, and as you guys look on, you'll just see Brandon Cattell. He's running side by side with Wade Hustad, or excuse me, he's side by side with the 8 machine of Jordy Lopez Jr. And man, he just, I don't think he got into him. I think he just got loose. I think as he drifted up the track, he realized, you know, I think he did have a little contact with Jordy's car, and it turned that front nose down towards the grass, and when it did, his car just ran off into the grass. So there's our first caution of the day. And as we are cautioning, let's keep an eye on all our drivers out front. Who's doing what? See if anybody gets to reline. Right now, the front of the field's still the same, and while we had all that fun stuff on, I didn't get a chance to see if anybody went down pit road, Kane.
Yeah, I was looking for the cause of the yellow flag.
We did have some pit stops. I'll tell you right now, our leader, Jerry Crawford.
I think everybody hit the pits.
Yeah, Billy, yeah. I was about to start naming them off, but yeah, everybody went in. Just about everybody went in for fresh fuel and at least 2 tires. So we got some new tires out here on the track, and we got topped off on fuel here at lap 25 at the moment, and of course pacing right now. Man, I tell you what, that was a nice little green flag start off the day. I think we're going to have a lot of that here today, and so we're going to end up having some green flag runs. And while these guys are pacing, Kane, Man, that's an awesome, a good thing about the race tonight is I do believe we'll have a lot of green flag runs. I think the maximum these guys will be able to run on fuel, we didn't even talk about the fuel window. I think the fuel window will be about 65 laps they can run before pitting. So look for them about 65 green laps, maybe. And that's going to be with a lot of fuel saving, buddy.
Oh yeah, I know the tires are a pretty big deal here. Have you heard how like any of the guys are planning to do with their tires?
I have not had a chance, and this is when we need to be able to have a little bit of onboard talking action. So I know a lot of drivers have to concentrate during these races, but I would love to go on board with one of them right now if we could, and just have a word with them. And you know, nobody wants to give their race strategy out, but race strategies change constantly. And one of the things I was fixing to talk about right before, because we're fixing to go back green here in just a second, before the, I think we'll be getting the one to go this time by Kane. But one of the things I was talking about before that caution came out was look at Chad Lawton, man. Chad Lawton has moved up. He's all the way up in 5th place, started in 19th, and all the way up to 5th. He'll be restarting down on that bottom low right behind Tyler Hudson. So I want you to watch that number 7 machine as Chad Lawton has just moved. I mean, he's just been on the move since the get-go. Watch him. I just think got a little feeling about the Viper SR Chevrolet today.
Yeah, having gained 14 positions already, Chad Lawton is on fire. So he and Kenny Humpy behind him, who's gained 12 positions, they're both on the move.
Yeah, Kenny Hump in the NRL Chevrolet. He'll be starting right on the outside line there. He'll be starting just in front of Steven Azzini, and he'll be starting behind Brad Davies. That's going to be an awesome restart. It's going to be the restarts here are going to be very important today. You saw the kind of jump our leader Jared Crawford got out to, and was able to get 20, well to this point 26 laps of green flag of leading the pack. So here we are. Watch the pace car now as they go around the turn here. As soon as he heads down pit road, all eyes will be on Jared Crawford for the restart, and I can't wait to get this thing going. For this, I believe we're about to have a long green flag run here. So if we get to green flags, it's going to be humongous. That's when we'll get to see a lot of breakage. But the field is tightened back up. Pace car is off, and we are green, and our leader gets another big jump off of the get-go. The number 2 at Jared Crawford out to a humongous lead again.
Yeah, he got another fantastic start. But I know Billy Price and Tyler Hudson were glad to see that they're able to get Bunch back up. It'll give him another chance to try to hang on to him, as he's definitely got some serious pace.
Right now, Jarl Taheen finds his way. He was side by side with Kenny Hump. He was able to pull in front of the 6 machine of Kenny Hump. And then we have Michael Conti trying to make a move right now on the inside of Steven Azzini. He gets down low on that inside line. And will he be able to make the move right now? The 4 machine in the Abuto Chevrolet will get a nose out in front of the 12 car. He does not quite have enough room yet to make the full pass. He's still having to ride out on the low line. He's got help though, and that'll push him ahead as the 5 car of Justin Bolton and his Best West Chevrolet make a fantastic move. That will move Michael Conti up a position. And now we have Steve Azzini kind of stuck up on the high side right now. He's going to lose another position as here comes Justin Bolton. And then also, look who else is going to try to sneak in down low as well. It's going to be Matt Spangler there. He might try to sneak. Oh, and I'm sorry, guys. I was running a little behind there. But, yeah, a great job right there with Best Western, the Best Western Chevrolet there making his way around as well.
Yeah, great job. Just followed Michael Conti right on through, and that's kind of how you got to do it here. If you see the car in front of you making a move, you kind of got to jump right on board and give it a shot.
We got some great side-by-side action right now with the 11 car of Josh Berry. He's trying to get around Patrick Crabtree right now in the Viper Ford Fusion, and that 18 machine did get asked, but he is trying not to lose another position to the 26 machine of Alex Warren in the Core Pipe Chevrolet. This is a big side-by-side action right now, back here racing hard as the number 18 machine is trying to get up to the third position. How about Jason Jacoby there in the number 3 machine on the high side? He falls in line there as well. And that's a really cool looking Wahoo Motorsports. The number 3 this week looks fantastic. I love the new Wahoo paint that Jason Jacoby's got this week.
Seeing a lot of new paint schemes this week, which is nice. I like to see it kind of freshened up every once in a while, and these guys are doing a great job with the paint schemes. They're looking fantastic.
They really are. Right now, a half a second lead for leader Jared Crawford, but has a big famous name and a scary name coming up in second. Tyler Hudson in the Peak Ford Fusion runs in second with Chad Lawton in third. Brad Davies currently running in the 4th position with Billy Price closely in 5th. Kenny Hump currently in 6th with Jarl Taheen back in 7th. 8th with Michael Conti in in 9th Justin Bolton, 10th Stephen Azimi, and then 11th Matt Spangler, Thomas Davis in 12th with Alex Warren in 13th, Jason Jacoby in 14th, Jordy Lopez Jr. up to 15th, Malik Ray up to 16th. Patrick Crabtree is back in 17th with 18th going to the 22 car of Josh Fox. Josh Berry in 19th, and the 20th rounds out with Ryan Lowe.
Everybody's single-filed again for the most part and just hanging in line there, looking for another long green flag run.
Yeah, a couple of guys in the back of the pack haven't really talked much about.
Conti's making another move down to the inside of the 17 car of Jarl Taheen.
Boy, he's got a side-by-side action right now. Jarl's got a good run up top, though, believe it or not. And at the moment, he may have it coming in. He almost to the wall, and he will be counted ahead for this lap. But down there on the inside, I think Michael Conti will get the advantage and make the pass he does. That was very nice move by the number 4 Butu Chevrolet of Michael Conti. And watch out, guys. Here comes the number 5 machine of Justin Bolton in the Best Western Chevy. And it is Jarl Taheen will lose 2 positions there. And a fantastic job by both the Butu Chevy and the Best Western.
Yeah, Justin's just following Michael Conti.
Man. Sorry, buddy. I was taking a look as Billy Price made a move, and then also we had Kenny Hump make a move around the 19 machine of Brad Davies. That was a fantastic move by both drivers, and that's a fun little battle between Brad Davies right now in the 19 machine and and the 6 of Kenny Hump.
It won't be long until Michael Conti's there putting the pressure on him as well. He's moving up fast on the 19 car.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, buddy. That's definitely the place to watch at the moment, as the number 4 will look down on the inside to make a pass around the 19 of Brad Davies. He has a run on him, and he will pass with ease down this back straight, down the Nellis straightaway here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. And look who will follow. Of course, it is Justin Bolton. He will follow as well. Jarl Taheen also trying to get in on the action as that line gets a nice groove running. And man, look at the speed picked up by Michael Conti. He's going to move all the way up to Kenny Hump up in the 5th position, as Michael Conti will look to try to get into the top 5 for the first time this afternoon.
Michael Conti is just flying through this field. I think we're going to see him get right up there and start putting some pressure on Chad Lawton and Tyler Hudson before this thing's over, if he can get enough green flag runs.
Oh man, it is so early in the race that there's time for even guys like Patrick Crabtree, Malik Ray, Jason Jacoby, Jordy Lopez Jr. back in 14th. Watch them all make their way up. Some of the guys may be running in the back right now trying to stay safe. You never know what you're trying to do. Unfortunately, we do have 29 of the 32 cars on the lead lap. But the other 3 cars, Brandon Cattell, Wade Hustad, and Luke Christensen, are all in the garage area. Their day is done, Kenny.
Well, that's good news for the 29 or so cars that are still on the lead lap. As of now, we don't have a car a lap down or one of the others back on the track to be eligible for the Lucky Dog.
That is true. There's no eligible lucky dog right now, but that's okay. I'm sure they're fine with being on the lead lap already. That's very good news. But I tell you what, Jerry Crawford just been dominating this race. He has led all 40 laps to this point, and still a long way to go in the race, so a lot can happen. But I tell you what, that car looks like it is set up for the long haul. And look for the Samsung Chevrolet to be definitely the favorite car to win here, as he definitely set a great pole here. Just led every lap so far.
Yeah, Tyler Hudson's really struggling to reel him in. He just don't seem to be gaining any time at all on him. He's just maintaining that half a second back, now down to 0.7 seconds. He's trying, but Jared Crawford's just really flying.
Yeah, I think this point in the race, Tyler Hudson is actually going to be going to conservation mode. And I think we're going to see Tyler Hudson start saving the tires a little bit in hopes that if this does go green, once we get closer to the end of a fuel run here, he'll be able to put the hammer down and get him in the pits, make up that time in the pits. Because I'm noticing, like you were just saying, he's been running about at that half a second margin. He'll creep up to right, almost breaking that barrier, and then he'll fall back to about 7 or 8 back. So I think what he's doing is he's just kind of being, just running consistent laps, not really pushing too hard, maintaining and just playing the safe game right now. And I think that's a wise decision. I think Chad Lawton is doing the same. He's right there with Tyler Hudson. He's maining about a car length, 2 car length distance behind him as well. So look for those guys just to kind of hang up in the top 3 at the moment. Billy Price has his hands full, though, as Michael Conti is ready to make a move. And I tell you what, Justin Bolton has followed Michael Conti all the way up this field. And here comes Michael Conti down on the inside. Michael Conti ready to move another spot. He has a good run, but a great job side-by-side action as we head down the front stretch here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. The lead, he is able to pull ahead and move into the 4th position. A great move, Michael Conti, as he moves up in 4th. I tell you what, this 4 car, we can see him battling up his front. He's ready to go now, Kane.
Yeah, and Justin Bolton, usually sticking right with him, is not quite following him through this time. He's stuck behind Billy Price for probably a couple laps here, which he's trying to maneuver his way around.
Yeah, it's a great battle to watch right now. It is the 23 of Billy Price. He's trying to hold off the number 5 spot. He doesn't want to fall out of the top 5 here. Billy Price is in the 5th position at the moment, and he'd like to stay there if he could. Right now, of course, Justin Bolton in the Best West Chevrolet. And then in the Outlaw Chevy SS, the 23 car, Billy Price. Great battle going on. I like this. This is what I like to see. Good racing early in the race and good side-by-side. And Billy Price is hanging with Michael Conti for the moment. He's not going to let him break away and go tack down the top. He's going to make him stay right there. He's going to hang with him. And this pack of 3 could work together and maybe possibly get up there with our leaders.
We'll have to see how that one plays out. If they can work together and maybe get a little bit of draft going, they might be able to gain some time and get back up there.
Tell you, a driver on the move right now. He's back in the back, but making his move slowly is Jordy Lopez Jr. as he's starting to creep up on Steven Azzini, and he's right on his bumper right now trying to find a pass. I've seen him peek his nose down high. I've seen him move down low. Here he is trying to get a little air down low and see if he can sneak down. He does not get a good enough run off of turn 2 to get that pass on the straightaway. He has a great run coming off the straightaway, though, but has to tap the brakes, and that's going to be able to not going to allow him to pass. So good battle back there for the 13th spot as those two keep going head-to-head.
Let's talk about the gains for a minute as we see that Chad Lawton has gained 16 positions now from the starting position. The biggest gains so far, though, are from Alex Warren up to the 12th position, gaining 17 spots.
How about that, man? Very impressive.
Josh Fox has gained 11. Michael Conti's up 13. Tyler Hudson's gained 4. Jordy Lopez Jr. has gained 6 spots. So lots of gains today, and Josh Berry seems to be the one struggling today, as he's down 10 spots.
Yeah, Kane started up in the 10th spot all the way back to 20th at the moment. And that's tough for Josh Berry back there. He's in the 11 car in the Speedco Chevrolet. We watched him a little earlier, and he was falling back. He lost 3 spots on one turn there a little earlier. So he's riding solo right now. He's trying to catch up to Ryan Lowe, who's ahead of him. And we've seen Ryan Lowe be fast earlier. Also, Ryan Lowe, just got into the wall a little bit, scraped it. No, it's not going to cause a caution or anything, but he did tap the wall a little bit. Malik Ray is the only thing I love about Malik's paint scheme is everything, because he's rocking the Nicorette DuPont classic Jeff Gordon paint. I love it. It just is awesome. It's amazing. But you know me, Kane, I'm a big Jeff Gordon fan. So.
I was going to say, if the viewers don't know by now that you got to be one of the biggest Jeff Gordon fans that I know. Me,
that's it, buddy.
Stick with the one that everybody's Dale Jr. fan, I think. But I like Dale Jr., Joey Logano. I don't know. I stick with the most popular ones, I guess. Not the Joey.
Well, Jeff's kind of popular, I guess. But man, how about Jared? How about Jared Crawford up there in the lead, man? I mean, just rocking it up there. He just really is. Chad Lawton's still hanging.
Almost
it's still like it was.
Second, JD. That is ridiculous. He is just so fast.
He is moving it, and Billy Rice kind of starting to fall away from Michael Conti now. He was hanging real tight with him. He's got about a 3-car length. I don't want to lose any more because he has in danger kind of falling away from him. Now he's pulling back in now, but I'm trying to keep a track on our fuel run right now. We restarted on lap 26, or lap 27, currently on lap 55, so the guys got plenty of fuel, about halfway in the tanks right now, or a little over half, so they're fine right now. Tires should be in decent shape. We should see them still be a little racy here, and that's what I think we're going to see with Alex Warren in the number 26 car. He's going to try to fend off the 31 machine of Matt Spangler, and behind him, how about Jordy Lopez Jr., who found his way around Steven Azzini just a moment ago, now is moving his way up slowly but surely. Now, Jordy Lopez Jr. has been fantastic all season long. He actually started in the 20th position and has just kind of creeped his way up to the 13th position. We haven't talked much about him except for the paint scheme in the Elwood Designs Ford Fusion. But he's found his way creeping up, and he's going to try to make his way around Matt Spangler here in a minute and possibly try to find his way up around in the top 10 soon, buddy.
Yeah, Jordy's had a pretty good race. He's been running good, smooth, clean laps, and he's been picking them off one by one. There's still plenty of race left for Jordy if he keeps his head down and just keeps moving forward. I think we'll see him move to the front.
And look who's on the move. The 11 car of Josh Berry makes a mess on Ryan Lowe with a great jump. And here comes, here comes Josh Berry in the SCO, also making a move right now. How about the AMDD of Nathan Saxon coming up? Also, Casey Tucker in the Fastenal Ford Fusion making his way up in the 25. He made a move around both drivers as he passes Nathan Saxon as well and moves up into the top 20. We haven't seen anything from Casey Tucker all race long, and here he is finding his way up into the top 20 like a top of a hat, buddy.
Good. I'm glad to see Casey Tucker finding his groove and starting his move toward the front. We've seen him have a great race in the shootout. Fantastic.
That's it.
Finish. And,
yeah, got to see him win it.
Yep, and to see him making his way to the front, that's a nice thing to see. It'll be exciting to watch him try to make his way through the field.
Back in 9th place, Jarl Taheen tries to make his way around Thomas Davis. He'll have to tuck in for the moment. And a great jump by Thomas Davis as he will not be denied. Fantastic job driving by the number 20 machine, Thomas Davis in the AMD Chevrolet National Guard car. That's a cool looking car, the gold Dale Earnhardt inspired scheme there. I love it. Boy, here comes Jarl.
I think that's an AMP energy drink, not AMP.
It is AMP. I apologize. Yeah, I did say AMD. It's AMP Energy. Thanks, buddy.
Sorry about that. I really don't like correcting you on air, but I just have
No, please do. If I make a mistake, please do. Well, we check in on Brad Davies. You know, he's always trying to ride up in the front. Brad Davies started in 4th today. He's in the 11th position at the moment. He fell back a little bit early in the race, but he has not fallen anymore. Look at Jordy Lopez Jr. now, right on his tail. He made the pass around Matt Spangler, and he has moved into the 12th spot. He wants 11th, Kane. He gets a high run. He goes in a little hot into the turn. It's going to make it a little tough. He's going to get those tires really high. He's trying to move now down the LS straightaway. He has a little speed advantage, using a little drafting right there, as he will get all the way up, but he has to get on the brakes pretty hard as not to run into the back of Jordy Lopez Jr. Excuse me, Brad Davies.
Yeah, Jordy's definitely moving his way to the front, and this is going to be exciting watching him get through the next few cars.
Man, it is fun to watch this. He is on a roll, man. Jordy Lopez Jr. It's good to see him in the Ford Fusion in there. And here he comes. He's about to get on another run on the bottom line, Kane. He's got the run, and just will he be able to take advantage of it? He's going to come down on the inside of Brad Davies, and he has the run. He looks down. He should be able to make pass. He's going to have a follower, the number 31 machine of Matt Spangler. Tries to go with him, will not be able to make the pass, but a great move by Jordy Lopez Jr. to crack up into the 11th spot, and the number 8 car is on the move.
Yeah, he is. I just noticed that Justin Bolton, who had been following Michael Conti through nearly the whole field there, he's been kind of holding position back in the 7th position, and Michael Conti has made his way up into fourth.
Boy, I tell you what, Michael Conti is on a roll, buddy. He's trying to catch up to Chad Lawton. He's got a little, little ways to go, but with the pace he's been running, I think he could catch him. Just looking at some of the lap times, our leader on the last lap ran a 3.44. Okay, 30 seconds, 0.44. Chad Michael Conti's last lap was 30.53. So just a bit slower than the leader right now. He's just fast. Jared Crawford is just getting fast right now. I've been trying to check the car right now that's in danger of going a lap down. He's still a long ways away. It is Matthew Wright in the number 30 Clorox Scott Chevrolet. He's doing fine though. He's holding his own. He's running fast. Like I said, the last guy on the lead lap is still safe for the moment. I was just looking back. Jared Crawford, he just crossed the start-finish line, and at the time he did, the 29th position car, which is the last car on the lead lap, Matthew Wright, he was all the way in turn 1. So they got a little space between them right now, but be fun to see if he can hang on to that lead lap.
Brad Davies still having some troubles. He slipped down to the 14th position now.
Yeah, the 19 machine of Brad Davies has just he just kind of fell at the beginning. He hung on around the 11th spot for a long time, and now he's fallen all the way back to 14th. He's back there with Steven Azzini now. Steven Azzini in the number 12 Scrabble machine. He started out this race today in the 5th position, and he's hung around the 13th spot. He's still okay. I think anybody that's around this is doing just fine here in lap 69. Let's go ahead and say lap 70 of 130.
Jr. looking to make another position. Getting ready to pass Jarl Taheen, and
he did.
A follower.
Jarl Taheen has, oh man, just lost that one.
Jordy Lopez Jr. is on fire, and That 31 of Matt Spangler has. 31 car? No,
It is, yeah,
Matt. And he's just following him right on through. Didn't follow him past Jarl though. I thought he was going to, but he didn't quite make it.
Ooh, right now, yeah, this is such a good battle here with Jarl Taheen and company. Jordy Lopez Jr. trying to find his way around the 26 machine of Alex Warren. Will he be able to make this pass? He's just following in a single file at the moment, but we've seen it time and time again with Jordy Lopez. He will get all the drafting he can, even on a 1.5 miles here. As soon as he has the opportunity, he likes to drop on the inside. Now, I have seen Jordy Lopez also make a move on the high side and been successful. But that'll be fun to keep your eye on if he does make a pit. Oh, 26 car scared me for a minute. He's okay, but might have been more of my camera angle than anything else. But yeah, the 26 car is going to get a little high. Here comes Jordy Lopez Jr. down low, and here's where he tries to make that move on the inside. I mean, on the down on the inside, he's got the advantage as the 26 machine of Alex Warren goes high, and he does make the pass. Fantastic move by Jordy Lopez Jr. to move up into the 9th spot, and he's on a roll, man. Here comes Jarl Taheen up in the 17 car. He'll make his way around Alex Warren as well. For the moment, Alex Warren will not be denied easily as he's hanging in. He's trying to get as much air he can block of Jordy Lopez Jr. He's following as closely as he can. And great side-by-side racing with Jarl Taheen right now. He will make pass and fall in line behind Jordy Lopez Jr. Jarl moves up into the 10th spot.
Back up front, Jared Crawford still maintaining a 1.7 second lead on your last year's champion, Tyler Hudson.
Yes. And look, right now we have our leader has caught up to Matthew Wright in the 30 machine, and you are seeing him go a lap down right now, side by side at the moment. And officially, if the caution were to come out, your lucky dog would be Matthew Wright in the number 30 Clorox machine. But look at leader. Let's just talk about Jared Crawford for a minute. If he hasn't deserved it, 77 laps in a row he has led in. That is extremely impressive. By far the longest stretch of lead laps we've seen so far. No, it's only week 3, but what an incredible race from this guy. The Samsung number 2 Chevrolet has just been 100% completely dominant in this race so far.
And that is an awesome color of blue. Another awesome paint job.
It is, buddy. That's funny.
Michael Conti is second behind Chad Lawton. Let's keep an eye on him, see if he's able to reel in the top 3 there.
Boy, we talk about a fun battle, man. Look at that's a great battle. We talk about Michael Conti and Chad Lawton. That could be a potential huge battle. Michael Conti has moved his way up a huge number. He started in 17th, we mentioned. He's up to 4th at the moment and hanging in. It's lap 78, guys. The last pit was, we started on lap 26. They pit at lap 25. They're going to need to pit here probably in about the next 10 laps. Kane will have to keep an eye on when our leader decides to go in, and I think he just did, as Tyler Hudson is the new leader.
Yep, Jared Crawford is in the pits.
And let's keep an eye on our leader who's had such a big day. That's pretty big with him in the pits. He gets in the box nicely, and they will be changing. He'll be fueling, getting right side tires, and I'm sure lefts as well. Yep, he'll be getting all 4 tires in the Samsung Chevrolet, and he gets out. Looks like no problems there for your all-day leader. But how about we finally have a new lap leader, Michael Conti, as Tyler Hudson makes his way down pit road as well. He'll be in. We got green flag stops, so we're going to want to keep a close eye on pit lane, Kane, as we got cars coming in pit lane everywhere, buddy. Also, Nathan Saxon in the pits. Kenny Hump, Chad Lawton in as well. And Chad Lawton on his way out. And if so, that was a big jump up in position. Yeah, good job by Kenny Hump to move up several spots as he went in, I think, about 2 cars behind Chad Lawton, and now comes out ahead of him. Very good job.
Michael Conti slid into his pit stop, but managed to stop in an appropriate spot to go ahead and get his pit stop done, and he'll be in and out.
Jarl Taheen, Billy Price, Brad Davies, Stevie Nazzini, Matt Spangler, Justin Bolton, Patrick Crabtree, Josh Berry, all pitting. Also Thomas Davis, Alex Warren, all these guys racing. We got a race pit road, very crucial there, side by side with the green flag run. I love it. This is what it's all about. Jarl Taheen sitting side by side with the number 20 right now, Thomas Davis, who will get the advantage. It looks like the Amp Energy Chevrolet will get the pass out ahead of Thomas Davis. Great job. What a pit stop there by the number 20 machine, man. And Thomas Davis looking to slow right now.
Yeah, green flag pit stop seemed to go well. Everybody's back out, and the race is definitely shaking up a little bit now, and
we do have a new
leader. How it goes from here.
You know, he hasn't made his pit yet, but Brandon Hawk in the number 10 machine. Let's give him a shout out for leading the lap. That's big for him, man. In the racebooster.com Chevrolet, looking good out there in the front. Lead them laps, brother, while you can. I'm telling you, use it to your advantage and make up as much time as you can. Back in second, look who it is, Jared Crawford. He is back in the lead, and he has a 2-second lead over Tyler Hudson. That shows you how the pits went for the number 2 Samsung team. What a fantastic job by the potential leader once Brandon Hawk goes in for his pit stop. And here he comes down onto the apron now, or fixing to. Brandon Hawk will go in the pits, so Jared Crawford will resume lead at lap 85 at the start of lap 85. And man, I tell you what, that guy has led all day, and he will continue to do so. The field will get changed up a little bit, though, Kane. We got in first place will go to Jared Crawford there in the Samsung Chevrolet. Second place, Tyler Hudson. But look who moved up into third. Well, at the moment, it's Brandon Hawk, and then you got Kenny Hump, though, and Chad Lawton. Kenny Hump, we talked about him getting that big jump in the pits, and it's moved him up to third, what will be third place, and that's very impressive. Chad Lawton back behind him, and then Michael Conti. So keep your eye on that crew. Also, Billy Price, Justin Bolton close as well. It'll be fun to watch. Jordy Lopez Jr., also a nice beneficiary. He moved up a position after pit stops as he went from 10th into 8th. I'm telling you, that's a very nice job right there by the number 8 machine of Jordy Lopez Jr.
Jordy Lopez Jr. fixing to put the Clorox car a lap down as well.
Yeah, he already did it once, and then we pit, and they straightened him back out for a minute, and now he'll be back down again. That's all right, though. We know who will be. Actually, the lucky dog spot at the moment would go to Brandon Hawk. If the caution were to come out, it would go to the number 10 machine of Brandon Hawk. So we'll keep an eye on that potential lucky dog position. Right now, 25 cars are on your lead lap. Here on lap 86 of 134. Now, Kane, we've been moving along quite nicely in this race with only one caution so far. So look for them. I mean, this race is going in a hurry. You got to start, you know, if you got to think, if this thing potentially could go green all the way till the end, and if it does, you got to start making your move now, I think. I mean, I don't think you can wait around with the talent you have up to the front, especially with the way Jared Crawford has dominated this race so far. I think the time to go is now. Tyler Hudson
Oh, and
shaved
we've got
off
a wreck. Thomas Davis.
Oh, no, big time trouble there. Thomas Davis in the number 20 machine. That car is in big time trouble. Also, the number 26 machine involved of Alex Warren. Let's get a race recall replay. Well, you have, yeah, I'm sorry, but yeah, you get him that back right quarter panel, little spin it around, and that is exactly what happened, and ouch. And definitely a bad moment there. I hate to see that. As we enter our second caution of the day at lap 89, and after we've had green flag stops, I don't know if we'll see anybody in the pits. That will be interesting to see. Actually, it looks like we will have some stops. It looks like a lot of guys are going in the pits as leader Jared Crawford will go in, followed by Tyler Hudson, Kenny Hump, Chad Lawton as well, Michael Conti, Billy Price, Justin Bolton, Jordy Lopez Jr., all of the top 10, Jarl Taheen and Matt Spangler will all go down pit road. So keep an eye to see who will win this race off of the road, Kane. Right tires on for Jared Crawford, and left sides too. He's getting all 4 tires. And tops off, yes, Jared Crawford will get off first. A 3-way tie to the line. It will go to Michael Conti. Fantastic. Michael Conti, Chad Lawton, and also Kenny Hump raced off of pit road. And what a job by the number 4 Abutu Chevrolet. Michael Conti won the 3-way. I'm talking about 3 wide getting off of pit lane. That's what it's all about right there, buddy. Fantastic job. Michael Conti moves up all the way up to he'll be sitting behind Jared Crawford. Now, I don't think that Jared Crawford will be leading. We're going to have a new leader that will be leading. We had some guys that stayed out. And for the moment, so I think they're all a lap down, though.
Yeah, I'm still showing Jared Crawford in the lead, so I think the other guys will be waved around, and Jared Crawford will retake his place in the #1 spot.
The lucky dog should have been Logan Sheets, I believe, Kane. Actually, I believe it was Matthew Wright.
Yeah, I think Matthew Wright already probably.
He just already served it. So that is it. Matthew Wright is your Giddy MX lucky dog, and he'll get back on the lead lap. And that's big for the Clorox number 30 machine, as he's been having a pretty decent day. He's been in the back of the field, but if he can find his way back on the lead lap here on this restart, which he has done, and try to move up the field a little bit, his day is far from over. And Jared Crawford will lead in the number 2 machine after 4 fresh tires and topped off on fuel. I cannot wait to see this front row restart. They will restart like this. Jared Crawford in the bottom of the front row with Michael Conti on the high side. In the second row on the inside will be Chad Lawton with Kenny Hump in the 4th slot. Tyler Hudson back 5th. A tough pit there for Tyler, lost a little time. Billy Price will start 6th. Justin Bolton in the 7th position with Jordy Lopez Jr. in 8th. Jarl Taheen in 9th. Matt Spangler rounds out the 10, buddy. That's how they're going to restart, man. Very exciting race to this point. We're on 92 laps of 134. Kane, this race will get out from under us in a hurry, buddy. This is you got to look at this as the end. If you're looking at a football game, this is the end of the 3rd quarter, man. We're heading into the 4th quarter of the race. and the time to go is now. You know, there is no overtime in this race. You got to go now.
Yeah, Michael Conti made his way up to second there, and I'm sure he's happy to have the restart and to be back on the, to be on the bumper, Jared Crawford, and have that shot at catching him and racing with him, because he had pulled so far away that there's very little hope of catching him without a caution. So everybody's got the caution. We're all lined up for a restart, and it's going to get exciting here.
Yeah, it's going to be really fun. We've got one to go, guys, so keep your eyes peeled, and we'll keep our eye on the pace car. As soon as he goes down, all eyes will be on Jared Crawford, as he will lead us to green. It will be lap 94 of 134 when the green flag waves. So they're heading down Nella straightaway right now, Kane, and everybody getting ready for this humongous restart. This restart is very important, by far the most important of the day. And with the way this could be our final restart of the race, with the way these guys have raced here today, Kane, we've had a lot of green flag time. I think this will be our last green flag, unless we have one or two more accidents. But I just don't see that happening. But you never know. This is racing, and our pace car is about to and will head down towards pit road. No, they're giving us, there he goes. Okay, I was about to say. All right, here we go. A great jump right there by our leader, Jared Crawford, and immediately Michael T jumps down to the inside and will follow right behind. So very big job by Michael T. Michael looks down low early. He's going to try to make a move early in this, and I think that's what you got to do. With the way Jared Crawford has got off to these humongous jumps, and he has another one, and he is already 2-3 car lengths ahead Michael Conti, but Michael's hanging with him right now, and Chad Lawton behind Michael. This is a humongous, he doesn't get quite as big as a run as he has in the past, Kane. This can be interesting. Yeah,
Michael Conti definitely is not letting him get away. He is trying his hardest to stay with him, and he's pulled right back up to the bumper.
Boy, he's right there within half a car length. The number 4 Ubuntu Chevrolet trying to pass the Samsung machine of Jared Crawford. Also Chad Lawton in the mix. This is what it's all about here, guys, as we near lap 100. We're on lap 95 of 134, and we are racing right now. And this is, at the moment, how they race. Right now, Tyler Hudson trying to make his way around Kenny Hump back in the 4th position. And that is going to be a huge pass as well if that is able to happen. But the moment, all eyes are up as Michael Conti. Here comes Chad Lawton looking down on the inside. He will not be able to make the pass. Get shut down by Michael Conti for the moment. Tyler Hudson tries to make a move as well. He decides to back in as well. Here comes Tyler Hudson down on the inside. He makes a very smooth, clean pass. A textbook pass on the turn entry there into the turn. Uses that banking as a huge helper there, and beautiful, beautiful textbook pass. Boy, this front 10 is just booking it right now, man. I'm here to tell you right now, Michael Conti is trying his best to hang up here with Jared Crawford. This Samsung car has been so strong today, and it's just unbelievably hard to catch. Don't want to take anything away from Jared Crawford himself. He is just fire. He's drove flawless. He's done everything he's had to dominate this race, and just has done so. And Michael Conti has just had an incredible race as well, Kane. We talked about him starting 17th. And his way up to the 2nd position. Another one, Chad Lawton, one of my pre-race picks to have a big day in the number 7 machine. He started back in the 19th spot. He's up to 3rd. I mean, just humongous racing all day. Here's Tyler Hudson in the mix as well. He's going to try to make a move as well. This thing's going to get crucial in a hurry as we're about to hit lap 100 as we cross the finish line here. It will be a lap 100, so we will have 34 laps to go this time by in our weekly race at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. I do want to mention this is V8's Online. I'm JD Smith, and Kane Craft is with me. For some of you that may have joined us late in the race, we thank you guys for coming in and hanging out with us. It's been a fabulous week 3 here in the NASCAR iRacing series. This is the top split, and these guys are the best of the best the sim racing world has to offer, and we have hit caution, Kane.
Yes, we have.
And as we try to see exactly what happened, let me try to find out what's going on here. Well, I know at the moment we have a lot of cars heading down pit road at the moment. Brad Davies at the moment heading down pit road. Brandon Hogg, Dylan Rafferty, Nathan Saxon, Josh Fox, Jason Jacoby, Jordy Lopez Jr., Kenny Hump, Michael Conti. You name it, they're on pit road right now. Justin Bolton, Tyler Hudson, Steven Azzini, Billy Price, Jarl Taheen, and Jared Crawford. And look who wins the race off of pit road. It will be Tyler Hudson, followed by Chad Lawton. A huge strategy move by Tyler Hudson, as he literally got, I think he just gas and go'd. He may have grabbed rights only, but a big move for Tyler Hudson to gain the lead, and this is what it's all about. We have a fantastic race ahead, guys. Do not go anywhere.
Yeah, Tyler definitely chose to get some position there. Instead of getting, you know, all 4 tires, he decided to either just take 2 or just take right sides. I wasn't able to see, but might pay off for him getting that pole position there. That's going to put Jared Crawford down into the 5th position.
Man, that's an incredible move. Now, keep in mind here, lap 1 at the moment, but you have back in the 5th position, you know, our leader who's led all day. You just mentioned it, Jared Crawford, all the way back there in the 5th spot, but he has 4 fresh tires, guys, with 34. Well, when we get restarted, there should be about 32, 31 to go. Definitely has the advantage over Tyler Hudson as far as the tires, but right now, Kane, track position has been everything so far in this race. Our leader has been able to get these nice jumps. Now, will Tyler Hudson be able to get a great jump like we saw Jared Crawford have all race long? Also, keep your eye on the 7 car in the Viper Chevrolet there, as Chad Lawton will start on the outside front row there. And if he can get a good jump as well, we may see him do what Michael Conti did last time on that restart, where he just decided, instead of trying to race on the high line, we've seen the high line get very slow starts, he just decided to immediately fall down to the inside line and fall in behind the leader. And it worked for quite a while. I thought that he was going to be able to maybe ride bumper to bumper with Jared Crawford. Jared's car was just a little bit too fast on that last start, though. It'll be fun to see here. Lap 102 of 134, guys. You're not going to want to go anywhere. This is our 3rd caution of the afternoon, and it's just been a lot of green flag runs. Like I said, only the 3rd caution of the day, and you know, keep your eye out. Right now, we do have 28 cars on the lead lap. All cars are still in it except for Alex Warren is currently back out on track. He is 3 laps down at the moment, but fixed the car up. But the cars that are not here with us is Brandon Cattell is in the garage area. Wade Hustad is done for the day, and Luke Christian as well. So everybody else still out here ready to finish things up here at Las Vegas. And like we said, you know, this thing has been unbelievable. It's been a fantastic race. This is what racing's all about, buddy. When you have good racing like this, oh man, I'm talking about just die hard, non-stop. There's not been like a dull moment the entire race. It's just hard-nosed racing. And right now, this restart is the most anticipated restart of the day for me, with Tyler Hudson and Chad Lawton starting up front, but also the leader all day, Jared Crawford, back in 5th. I want to see what this 2-car can do in the pack. We haven't seen him from behind. We've only seen him in fresh air today.
Yeah, but he's got a lot of speed. We have seen him pull off the 2-second gap from the rest of the field, and he's definitely got the speed with 30 laps to go to get back to the front of this field.
Oh, of course he does. That's why I'm excited to see what this car will do in this pack. I mean, I want to see how fast he can attack this field. Well, guys, keep an eye on the pace car. We should be heading down towards pit road this time by. The guys have tightened up the grid, and we will be green this time by. Pace car is down. Watch Tyler Hudson lead us to green. He gets a great jump. He's going to jump down and use the bottom apron as a boost, and it works. He gets a fantastic start, about a car length and a half. Now up to 3 car lengths over Chad Lawton, and the Peak Ford Fusion has a lead of about 10ths at the moment, a little bit further. And now as we'll look at the number 2 machine, Jared Crawford down on the inside. Here he comes. He is down on the inside of Justin Bolton at the moment, trying to make a move down on the inside. He has, and we have big trouble as the AMD, it looks like Nathan Saxon. I'm not sure, we're going to have to get a race recall replay. The caution is out, the 4th caution of the day. I was not able to see exactly, I just had to guess at the car. And it was the 18 machine. That is actually not Nathan Saxon. I do apologize. That is the number 18 of Patrick Crabtree. Patrick Crabtree, as we get the race recall replay up. Oh man, Kane, that is just like our last wreck. He literally came up when there was not room. His back right quarter panel came across the front of Azini's front hood, and that was all she wrote. At 185 miles per hour, he makes contact and hits the wall over 140, and that is just bad news for the number 18 of Patrick Crabtree. That could possibly end the race for Patrick, and he heads down pit road for repairs, but this changes everything again.
Yeah, the drivers will line up again and get another chance at that restart.
Yeah, Tyler Hudson has stayed out, as well as Chad Lawton. Yarlteen stayed out. Of course, Michael Muncie stayed out. Justin Bolton, all your top leaders stayed out for the moment. So they just pit, so no need to go back in. And we'll get another restart here and see how things are going here. It's lap 106 of 134, Kane. And I tell you what, man, this has really turned out to be everything I've expected plus, man. I think we're going to have one of those finishes here today.
It has definitely been an exciting race. It's left nothing on the table. It's been exciting all the way through. We've had several drivers just really battling their way through the field, giving us an exciting race to watch. And we've had Jared Crawford get off to such an amazing lead, and then now Tyler Hudson with some strategy in the pit lane has taken over the lead, and he had a great launch off the restart. So it's definitely getting exciting.
Buddy, I'm telling you, I was just looking at that onboard footage a minute ago of the accident there. Gosh, that was a heck of a wreck there, buddy. Wow. But, and we must resume. The show must go on, and got a lot of viewers that may be watching at the moment, and drivers sometimes will listen to the show as they drive. And if you are listening, guys, make sure you come by the TeamSpeak channel post-race for race interviews. We'd love to have a chat with you. We usually get a nice little turnout from the drivers, and hopefully we'll get some today from you guys. Of course, we always welcome you here to talk with us here at V8's Online, and tell us about how the race went for you, especially if you win the thing. Come on by and have a chat with us. But else, we're getting everybody's getting pumped up here at the end. The nerves are starting to get a little rattled. We've had such a clean race to this point, and now we've had back-to-back cautions, Kane, and really kind of a lot of aggression. You can tell the guys are really starting to move. They know it's go time. The time it's now is to go. We're not racing at Daytona. You cannot wait to 2 to go or 1 to go to make your move. You got to go now. And they know that. They got to get up there near the front. Right now, Tyler Hudson's where he wants to be. Now he just has to find a way to stay up there. My eyes will be on Jared Crawford, though. He's restarting 6th. Now, that's big, Kane, and the reason that's so big is started not only in the front all race long, except for on the restart, but he has started at least on the bottom row each time. The bottom row has had a humongous advantage here at Las Vegas this week, and I believe that we'll see it have another advantage here. Now, even though he may get hung up on the high side, he will. That car was on the move before that wreck. That's exactly what I was talking about right before. We ended up going straight to caution, but he was literally on the move. He was about to jump 2 positions. It was amazing. So keep your eye on him, buddy. That car is just unbelievable today.
Yeah, he's got that thing set up to fly today, and that's exactly what he's been doing. And I'm curious to see, with just under 30 laps here, about 25 laps or so to go, how he's going to do. It's definitely going to be exciting. We've got an exciting finish to this race coming up, so definitely don't go anywhere.
Yeah, we definitely do. We're half a lap to green right now. Look who's moved up. Some of the guys that have moved up again. Billy Price is still up again, but look at the number 11 car up in the 7th spot. Josh Berry. Yes, Eco Chevrolet found his way back up. Jordy Lopez Jr. still up, but check out the number 3 Wahoo Chevrolet. Jason Jacoby, he's back up here as well. Let's watch the front row as we get a look, as this restart is going to be huge. The grid's starting to tighten up now. Keep your eye on the pace car. He heads down to pit lane. We're fixing to be green, and as we wait, we're green, and we have 5 wide in the back of the field. Watch out, as this is big time scary. A huge jump for Tyler Hudson, but I got to keep an eye on the back of the field. I'm talking about they went 5 wide in the back there as they scurried for position.
Yeah, I seen that. That definitely got a little scary. I was concerned that we were going to end up with another caution, but they got it back together, and everybody's back in line.
Now the number 2 machine tries to make a room around Michael Conti, and he gets shut down for the moment. The Samsung Chevrolet will have to try another move. Now I'm down on the bottom line. Michael Conti will make his way around Jarl Taheen to move up into the 3rd position. He moves just fine. And look at Chad Lawton in the number 7 car, as he has found his way within 2 or 3 car lengths of the leader. Tyler Hudson, with all that commotion, was able to sneak out to a wonderful lead out in front here on lap 110 of 134, and Chad Lawton is right there with him, and here comes Michael Conti and company. Man, we just have some let's crank it up one time here before we get towards the end of this thing, buddy. Literally just a little bit of racing left. A lot of racing with a little bit of laps is what I should say. Lap 113 of 134. Leader Tyler Hudson making his way down Nellis straightaway right now. And beautiful driving by the defending NASCAR iRacing Series World Champion Tyler Hudson, and being followed closely though by Chad Lawton, Michael Conti. The eyeball battle, or the eyes should all be on the number 2 machine at the moment. Jared Crawford has led the most laps of the day and has literally dominated the race. He is back in 4th position at the moment. Fantastic. He moves to the inside, a little bump and run there on Michael Conti, and it pays off. A beautiful move by Jared Crawford to move up into the 3rd position. And I tell you what, the 4 car is not a slow car. Literally started 17th, moved all the way up. And I tell you what, that was a classic racing move. I mean, that's classic NASCAR right there, Kane. Classic bump and run. He gives him a little nudge, and then as soon as the car gets a tad loose, he moves down to the low side and makes the pass beautifully. And now the 2 car is in the 3rd spot and on his way towards the front. The big problem is we're on lap 115 of 134. Time's running out, and track position is everything. On the other hand, Chad Lawton is on his way around our leader, Tyler Hudson. They are bumper to bumper, Kane.
Yeah, they are, and Jared Crawford's got some clean air in front of him, so there's still enough time for him to chase those guys down, because we've seen how he can do in clean air. He's definitely got the speed.
Oh, down on the inside, Chad Lawton goes for the lead. Side by side, there is contact for the moment, and the 7 car decides to lay back for a moment. What an incredible battle for the lead.
Chad Lawton's definitely putting the pressure there on Tyler Hudson. Tyler's got a mirror full of the 7 car. The 7 car is going to try again. Backs off again and just tucks in behind.
Kane, I swear, here comes Chad Lawton. He's doing everything he can to pass the number 1 peak Ford Fusion of Tyler Hudson. Tyler Hudson does a fantastic job of saving the lead, and here comes the 2 car, Jared Crawford. This is about to be a 3-way battle for the lead. We just started 118, a 1-4. He tried the low side. Now he'll go up to the high side. Chad Lawton's doing everything in his power to get around the leader. He just can't find it at the moment. That Viper SR Chevy SS is trying everything in his power to get around the peak Ford Fusion and just can't get it done at the moment. He still has a little time left. It's only lap 118. Time is there, but I tell you what, they need to be worried about that Samsung Chevy in the 3rd position, and he's closing in a hurricane.
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing. There might be a few laps left time-wise, but the time is running out because they've got that 2 car coming up on their bumper.
Whoo, buddy, that's what it's all about. Heading down the straightaway, Chad Lawton has a nice run using every bit of left he can off of the number 1 car. You see the advantage he has going into turn 3 and 4. It's just can't find his way around him. And that's all Tyler Hudson, man. He is using the perfect groove right now. He has the best race line, doing everything he can to make sure that the only way Chad Lawton will get around him is if he absolutely gets he's not blocking. He's doing just great driving, Kane. He's everything in his power to make sure he uses the best groove around here. So the only way for Lawton to get around him is to be faster in a bad groove, and it's not working.
He is running fast. He is turning some great times. So
oh, he's blistering it. And here comes the number 2 car down on the inside. He will try to get around Chad Lawton and will succeed. And there comes the Samsung number 2 Chevy of Jared Crawford is on his way. And the fear has been in Tyler Hudson, I'm sure, as the 2, well, that's tough to say. I'm talking about a defending pro champ. But still, that 2 car is deadly, buddy. And he is on his way towards the front right now. Here's how they run. And he's coming up in a hurry. Tyler Hudson needs to beware. And this all goes back to that pit stop, Kane. Remember, Tyler Hudson with rights only. The Samsung machine of Jared Crawford has 4 fresh tires on it. Which strategy will pay off? I'm sorry, buddy. Take it away.
No, I was just going to say, you're right. He did take 4 tires, and Tyler definitely used some strategy to get out of there quick. So it's going to take all Tyler has to hold off the 2 car in these final laps of the race.
It is a wonderful race at that. 123 of 134, guys, counting down the laps now. Here on a great run. I thought the 2 car was going to get a big run out of there. He was going and just slowed down. I don't think he slowed down. I think Tyler sped up. A beautiful run by both the leader and second place driver. Now, if you're Jerry Crawford, do you make that move? Do you make, a great run by Tyler Hudson. He makes that lead, extends it to about 4 car lengths. Or about 3 car lengths for the moment.
Yeah, Tyler Hudson found some pace there and really pulled away. That's going to take Jared just a little bit of time to catch back up, and with the laps ticking out, that might be just what Tyler Hudson needs.
Yeah, right now you literally have 1 Ford Fusion leading the race, followed by 6 Chevys and 6 or more Chevys. And Tyler Hudson trying to represent well for the Ford Fusions. Jordy Lopez Jr. is the next Ford Fusion. He runs in 7th. And that's big for Jordy Lopez Jr. He's moved up slowly but surely up to 7th position. And here, 126. Oh, man, we're less than 10 to go. Also, the 25 machine trying to make his way around the 9 car of Ryan Lowe, and that is the Casey Tucker. And beautiful driving there by Ryan Lowe as he did overtake Casey just a moment ago. So that's a good battle. The 9 car trying to find his way up towards the front now.
Back up front, Tyler Hudson is still got a great lead over the number 2, Jared Crawford.
Yeah, he does, Kane. It's so hard to get my eyes off of this front 2 cars. Really, the front 3 cars. Chad Lawton, don't forget about him. He may be playing a little bit of forget about me and then jump out there at the end. So don't take your eyes off of Chad Lawton. He's still within 5 minutes of the leader. He could jump up in 2 laps' time. Here we are, lap 128 of 134. This is the final countdown, folks. This is it. And the way they're racing, I say green to the end, Kane. What do you think?
I couldn't agree more. You got it right there, buddy.
And here is some lap traffic, Kane, coming up. This could be just what the doctor ordered for Jerry Crawford. How will Tyler Hudson be able to get around traffic? So far, so good. Well, that is just what you call a beautiful job by the number 22 machine in the Lowe's Chevrolet of Josh Fox. Gets just out of the way. He knows what this win will mean for both of these drivers. He does not want to get in the way. This great sportsmanship by Josh Fox there in the Lowe's Chevy. Boy, Tyler Hudson is on a mission here. Lap 130. We are only 4 laps to go in this race here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Kane, it's all coming down to these final 4 laps. The next flag will end this race.
Yeah, Tyler Hudson has done such a phenomenal job. I really thought he might struggle on those older tires, but they are not bothering him one bit. He is just smoking. Man, unbelievable job by Tyler Hudson. I'm telling you what, if he's able to pull this thing off, that two tire strategy really ultimately won Tyler Hudson this race. I mean, obviously he had to earn it with this, what he's doing right now, but look, don't give it up too early. Jared Crawford is not done yet. The Samsung Chevrolet is on the move. He is pushing really hard now as we only are on lap 132 of 134. This thing will be over in just a minute. Do not blink, folks. You'll miss this ending. And at this point, Kane, anything that happens could end this race. Any flag, a caution comes out, this baby is over. Yeah, through the rest of the field, it really looks like everybody is tucked in single file. A couple little battles for position in the back is Ryan Lowe going underneath Brandon Bowie there for position. Or Justin Bolton, sorry. And otherwise, everybody's really just running single file, so we could get through these last couple laps with no problem, and Tyler is still pulled away.
Yes, this is it, Kane. Lap 133. The white flag will be waving this time by as they enter turn 3. Tyler Hudson with a nice-sized lead, but don't give it up too easy, as now is the time for Jared Crawford to make his move, and he knows it. Here we are, guys. White flag is out the final lap here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Tyler Hudson has the lead, turns 1 and 2. Enter in the final straightaway. Can Jared Crawford get the run with the draft off to make a battle here in the final turn? I don't know. Tyler Hudson with a humongous jump, and it's going to close down a little bit, but I think it's going to go to Tyler Hudson here. This is turn 3, and finally turn 4 coming towards the start-finish line. It will be your winner at Las Vegas. Tyler Hudson wins week 3 here in the NASCAR iRacing Series. Wow, what an incredible race by Tyler Hudson and second place driver Jared Crawford, who dominated the race today, but with a late race heroics and a great pit strategy by Tyler Hudson gives him the victory here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway in the first of many mile-and-a-half raceways. What a fantastic job by Tyler Hudson in the peak Ford Fusion. Let's watch that celebration, Kane, as the Ford Fusion is fixing to go and burn out this bad boy. He deserves it. He's going to stop the car right there, and here goes the tires. They're burning down.
What a phenomenal job by Tyler to use some pit strategy to get him out in front, and then just drive the wheels off the car to keep it in the lead. And
he's driving the wheels off now, giving us a nice burnout there, and he deserves it, buddy. That is a great performance by the peak Ford Fusion. What a fantastic run. That was very impressive.
Yeah, just can't say enough for how his race went today. Yeah, definitely showing why he's the defending champion.
Man, he just represented very well. Had the new paint scheme on this week in the peak Ford Fusion. Looked fantastic on physically on the paint and on the track, and comes out of here with a victory. A fantastic job. Well, as we finish the race up, this is how our race ended here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Our official results are as follows. Tyler Hudson finished in first place with Jared Crawford in second. Chad Lawton was finished in the final podium spot there in third. Fourth place is Michael Conti with Jarl Taheen in fifth place. Billy Price ended up in sixth position with Jordy Lopez, made it up to eighth. Or made it up to seventh, I apologize, Jordy. Jason Jacoby finished eighth with Malik Ray finding his way into the top 10. He finishes ninth. Dylan Rafferty rounds out your top 10 in the 10th spot. Brandon Bowie finishes in 11th with Ryan Lowe moving up to 12th. Casey Tucker will finish 13th with Justin Bolton in 14th. And in the top 15 rounds out with Josh Berry 15th. Stephen Azzini will finish 16th with 17th going to Chris Hall. Matthew Wright in the 18th spot. Now that's big. That's good for Matt Wright. If you remember, he used the lucky dog and moved up to 18th. Good job for Matthew Wright. Logan Sheets finished 19th with Dwayne Vincent in 20th. 21st went to Patrick Crabtree with Kenny Hump in 22nd. Matt Spangler will finish 23rd with Josh Fox in 24th. Brad Davies has a rough day here at Las Vegas and finishes 25th. Alex Warren, involved in an accident, will finish 26th. 27th will go to Brandon Hawk with Thomas Davies, and involved in his accident. He finished 28th. Nathan Saxon in 29th with Brandon Cattell in 30th. He did not finish the race. Wade Hustad did not as either in 31st and 32nd. Our final car on the field goes to Luke Christian. That's how things run here, Kane, at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. A very, very impressive race. I mean, this has to be one of my favorite to date. We've had just an unbelievable start to this season, man.
Oh, most certainly. The whole season's been great so far, but this race was exciting from start to finish. We've had guys, like I said before, just several guys working their way up clear from the back to the front. This whole thing was a great race.
An unbelievable job by all drivers involved. I just was very, very impressed with a lot of the guys, but most definitely impressed with that late race move by Tyler Hudson. That's awesome, man. That took a lot of nerve to make that decision. You know, do you make just the 2-tire stop? A lot of people, I honestly didn't know if he would be able to hold it. The 2-car was so fast all race long. I didn't know if he would be able to hold him off, but he definitely did that. 2 tires was the answer, and it paid off with a victory.
That it did, but nothing taken from the 2-car, because he was definitely fast all day long, and he held on for that second place finish.
And it was a beautiful job there by Tyler Hudson. He finished off another driver that found his way. I'm talking about a driver. He drove the number 8 machine. How about Jordy Lopez Jr.? Started 20th, Kane, and slowly moved up through the field and finished with a 7th place finish. It looked like it wasn't going to be a good day for Jordy at first. He started deep in the field, and he just wasn't moving fast, but he just kept moving in the right direction. And in a long season of points championships, that top 10 is going to be looking nice. So he's had a wonderful start to the season. That'll just continue to move him up in the point standings and keep him up near the top. Of course, Tyler Hudson will find his way moving up towards the top as well. Michael Conti, your leader coming into this race, in the points championship, he comes out in 4th position, so I think he should be still right up there at the top.
Yeah, I want to mention Brandon Buell, who has gained 19 positions. Definitely the biggest gainer of the day from what I've seen so far. 19 position gain. Malik Ray gained 16 positions. Jordy Lopez Jr. with 13. Chad Lawton gained 16 positions.
Man, that's awesome. Who'd you say gained the most? Brandon Bowie?
Yeah, 19 positions for Brandon. And then they finished in the 11th spot there, so good job to him. That's a lot of positions to gain up in one race.
That is a lot, especially here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Well, real estate was very, very important and hard to come by today. I'm telling you what, this is such a fantastic track, and I hope the guys enjoyed all this nice open spaces and high-speed racing, buddy, because next week we're headed off to the conveyor belt as we head off to Bristol Motor Speedway, and it is going to be insane. I cannot wait, Kane, to head off to Bristol in Tennessee. One of my favorite places to go all season long. It is going to be pandemonium. I cannot wait. This is where tempers flare and rivalries start at Bristol Motor Speedway. Normally, NASCAR waits a little later in the season to put Bristol on the schedule. Not this year. They threw it race 4. Normally, it's about race 5 or 6, 7, 8. Back on a little bit, but no, sir. It's race 4 this year. Let's get this thing kicked off and get it in action. So how about that? When we look at our race schedule for the year, Kane, we started off with a 2.5-mile super speedway. Then we go to a mile racetrack at Phoenix. We hit the 1.5 miles this week at Las Vegas, and then we go to a new, that's 4 different racetracks in 4 weeks. We hit a 1/2 mile at Bristol next week. It's just unbelievable. They are really doing a wonderful job of switching up track configurations this season. These guys are just constantly having to adjust these setups and prepare for different types of tracks. They can't just fall into a groove of 1.5 miles like of days of old. They're literally changing week in and week out. After Bristol, the guys will have to reconfigure for another long, fast speedway as we head off to Fontana at Auto Club for the first time in the NIS history. That's really fun. And then, of course, they'll have to totally flip the switch back after that week as we head off to Martinsville. And so you see how that is shaping up. I'm just so excited about the season, and I think we got a heck of a year ahead of us, Kane.
Definitely, I love the way that they switched the switched the tracks up this year, and it's really a great variety. And 250 laps at Bristol next week is going to be insane.
One thing I want to talk about real quick, we don't have anybody here. None of the drivers, unfortunately, were able to make it for interviews today. I want to offer out there to the drivers to let them know to come by. If you're watching the broadcast, make sure you guys come by our TeamSpeak channel. We'll post it on the NASCAR iRacing Series V8s online thread in the iRacing forums for you guys. And if you have any questions, you can always send myself a PM on iRacing. I'm JD Smith, and we'll be happy to give you that information to come have a chat with us before, during, or after any race. We'd always love to have you and talk to you. But we also have a great time on Friday nights here in the United States. We do the V8 Supercar America Series, and we have such a great response from the drivers. They come in and have a chat with us before, during, and after each race, and it really, really is great to get their input on the race and how things went. Sometimes they feel a little differently about the race than we did, and it's just nice to see it from the driver's point of view. So we'd love to have you guys come out. Hopefully we'll get a lot of words after Bristol. That's going to be a track that I'd really like to hear some things from after that race, because it's going to get interesting there. But that's just something for you guys. We'd love to have you on the show. So, but back to the race today, Kane. I was just thoroughly impressed with the job put on by Tyler Hudson at the end there. But really, Jared Crawford deserves a lot of credit. I mean, he completely dominated this race in his Samsung Chevrolet. That Blue Deuce was rocking and rolling, man, and he really deserved to win this race. But unfortunately, he just got outsmarted at the end by a gutsy move by Tyler Hudson, and it paid off.
Yeah, but what I like is it wasn't just the strategy. Once he got out front, he had to prove it, and prove it. It's exactly what he done. He stayed out in front there for the last 25 laps and proved that it wasn't all strategy, that he definitely had the speed to be out front.
Oh, that's exactly right. And he did, but he held off that lead, because I'm telling you, Jared Crawford came on to him a few times. He really put the pressure down, and instead of Tyler Hudson giving any more ground, Tyler found a way to get these awesome runs and actually found some more space. So he actually finished the race 2/10 ahead of Jared Crawford. So great job by Tyler Hudson there, because that could have easily been a side-by-side victory photo finish at the end if he would have given any more ground to that Jared Crawford. Another car that we haven't talked much about after the race, who had a phenomenal race, is the number 7 ViperSR.com machine of Chad Lawton. He finished third, had a phenomenal race. I thought he was going to hang with Jared Crawford at the end and maybe had a chance to sneak out a win here. But I'm sure he'll be happy with the third place finish. Another car that was dominant all day long was the number 4 Abutu Chevrolet of Michael Conti. He walks out here with a 4th place finish, but a very, very stylish one, as he literally raced from the back of the pack. He started 17th, finished all the way up in 4th. Jarl Taheen, another good driver this week. He went from that bright paint scheme came to a white paint scheme, and he just keeps changing it up on me there. But I know it's old Jarl Taheen. He's got one thing that stays the same, and that's speed. He's just fast each week, and it's paying off for him. Another top 5 here for him today.
Yeah, all those drivers you mentioned really gave us an exciting race to watch today. And like I say, Jarl Taheen, he's been right up there every week. So these drivers are definitely making this season an exciting one to watch, and it's been a great season. I can't wait for Bristol next week, and yeah, the rest of the season is just going to be amazing.
Yeah, it really is. Now, I do want to bring up the unfortunate part of the race, Kane, and that is some of the drivers that had a rough week, and some drivers that I thought had a chance to do really well. One of them is the number 20 Amp Energy Machine of Thomas Davis. We saw him in what was, I believe, the 4th caution of the day, involved in an accident that put him in the 28th position. He was up in the top 10, or flirting with the top 10 all day. I just think he could have had a top 10 today. It's very unfortunate for him down in 28th. Another driver who had a great day going was the number 26 Core Pipe Chevrolet driver Alex Warren and Brad Davies. Both finished 25 and 26. I thought both of them could have had a bigger day. But that's okay. We move on to Bristol next week. We know these guys are fast drivers. They'll be back up front, and they'll be competing with the best of the best. And I think it's time for
lots of other people to have a really bad day at Bristol. So hopefully next week they can have a good day, and it'll be someone else's turn to have the bad day, because there's definitely going to be a few bad days next week.
That's right, buddy. There's going to be some bad. Mama said there'd be days like this. I believe we'll be saying that next week at Bristol. And you're going to have to be a warrior to win the race next week at Bristol. It's going to be survival of the fittest, and I can't wait to see what next week has in store. Get the Tylenol ready, because there's going to be some headaches out there.
As well, we wind up the show today, I'd like to thank GetDirtyMX.com for their sponsorship of the series, and the Get Dirty MX Lucky Dog that we didn't get to focus on today. But a big shout out to them for sponsoring the series. And we'd like to remind everybody to check us out Friday night at 9 o'clock Eastern as we broadcast the V8 Supercars Americas series.
Yes, and you can check that out on v8online.com and just hit the V8 Americas tab on the screen. Just like you get to the NASCAR iRacing series by hitting the NASCAR tab, just hit the V8 Americas tab and boom, you're there. Also, we'd love you to support all our other V8's Americas programming. We have the V8 Supercar series. It happens on Monday nights, and it's fantastic. It is literally iRacing's best V8 Supercar drivers going at it, and it is phenomenal. We also have the brand new GT3 series we'd love for you guys to support on Tuesdays. We also have the grand old short shift show. It's a phenomenal show put on by Jay and Sandman with us at our very own V8s Online. Oh, you just got to check it out. They cover all kind of unique, great things that happen in the sim racing world, and it's just a fantastic show. They have really done a great job with it, and we thank them for having Kane and myself on the team. We're happy to be members here at V8 Online, and we thank you guys for coming to check us out here at Vegas. Any final thoughts before we move on tonight there, buddy?
No, it was a fantastic race, a fantastic season so far, and man, come join us next week for Bristol, because it's going to be exciting. To the drivers, come stop by after Bristol. It's going to definitely be nice to talk to you guys after the race. So come join us.
That's it. Especially if you win the race or do good, or even if you have a bad race, we still want to talk to.
Alright, with that said, join us next week as we head for 250 laps at Bristol Motor Speedway, and we'll see you guys next week.
Yep, y'all have a great night. We'll see you next week live from Bristol.